piece of PVC that has been used on the Razor for a couple weeks now as a spring spacer. And as you can see, it is not cracked, it is not deformed, there's nothing wrong with it. So this is pretty strong. The reason I'm taking it off is because it's too stiff, so I'm going to trim this down a little bit. I'm going to trim it down about half an inch, and that way I can actually use my clicker. So if I'm going to ride a passenger, I can make it stiffer. If I'm going to ride no passenger, no weight, make it softer. Because with this spacer and the shock adjuster at the minimum adjustment, it is a little too stiff for just me with no gear. So if you're putting spring spacers, you probably don't want to start off with a full, whatever, I don't even know how tall this spacer is. Let's see. Full a little bit more than 1.5 inches. It's like 5/8 inch. So yeah, you probably want to start with a little bit thinner than this. And this is just a single 2-inch coupler, again, with a little piece of PVC in it to keep it centered on the shock tube, but it's working great. Plenty strong enough, and if it's too stiff, you can just cut it down. So, yeah. Also, people keep commenting random questions on the wrong video. If you're going to ask me a question and you want me to take time out of my day to answer your question, comment on the video that your question is about. Because most of the time, you're not specific enough for me to have a clue what your question is. And then when I finally figure it out, I'm like, oh, I was confused because you commented a question about a clutch puller on a question about a shock spring compressor. So leave your comments on the video they belong with. That way other people can find the information useful, because I repeat myself a lot. So I'd appreciate that. Thanks, guys.